Unmute the mic.
The mic. The mic.
Unmute
The mic.
unmute.
The mic.
This is a Bellows Ryan production.
Peace and blessings, family. I'm your humble host, Truth.
The mic.
Unmute the mic.
Peace and blessings, family. I want to welcome y'all to a brand new episode of Speak Your Peace Music Edition, presented by Unmute the Mic. I am your host, Truth, a.k.a. Truth Speaks Volumes. And on this platform, y'all already know how we do. We invite guests to come on, speak their piece, drop some gems, and most importantly, talk their shit. Self-expression is one of the purest forms of self-love. So let's spread the love today. Okay?
All right, let's
Her
do it.
little
Let's
laughing
do it.
there. She ready, y'all.
Let's do it.
All right, y'all. So very excited for this next guest to come on here, man. Singer, songwriter, producer, composer, everything in music, really, she does it. And like the best part about that is the fact that she always got a smile on her face, y'all. Like even you can't see her right now because we ain't gonna cut to her angle just yet. But she every time I see her, she's smiling, got warm energy. It's always love, and that definitely comes through in your music as well. So can't wait for y'all to hear more about her, man. Without further ado, I want to welcome Rebekah Laur'en to the show. You know what I'm saying? The studio claps.
Not the class.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me,
Hey,
man.
it's love. How you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel real good. I feel blessed.
Y'all see the smile,
Yeah,
right?
I feel good.
There it is. Okay, and so Rebekah Laur'en, that's not nothing you made up. That's your.
No, that's my actual name.
That's
So
your real
Rebekah Laur'en. Laur'en is my
Laur'en.
middle name.
I knew it was like because it got the little
Yeah,
apostrophe
the little
in there. Is that
apostrophe.
French?
Oui.
Oui.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm smart. Jeopardy, here I come, bro. I knew that shit. I knew that. I was wondering though. So Rebekah Laur'en.
Yes.
Let me make sure I say that the right way. Okay. So like I said, I saw you perform at a Creative Suitland.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I saw you before, but that's the time that like really sticks out to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's important for you to be up here because like I feel like your sound is different than anybody else coming out of this area. And I haven't heard everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm just throwing that out there. But from what I've heard, your sound is very unique. So with that being said, for anybody who's watching now that has no idea about any of your music, how would you describe your sound? Because you're creating your own sound,
Yeah.
which we're going to talk about. But how would you describe your sound?
How do I describe my sound? I would say it is very intentional, but in the sense of the feel, a lot of people used to call it meditative bop, is what somebody said one time. But I would definitely say like chill and expressive of myself. It's very much R&B. It's the influences of R&B, pop. I have a lot of classical influences as well, as that's a part of my training. But I really don't even know how to explain. It's just music. It's just me.
Okay.
That's the only way I can
Okay.
say that.
It's,
for real.
It's complex.
It's a little complex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that being said, I'm gonna do something a little different with you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say this word, and I want you to tell me what's the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Music.
Love.
I love that. I was hoping it was something like that.
Yeah.
I was for real, cause like I feel like it's a lot of people that like do music, but it's like it's people that like are music, like they be music, they breathe music. I feel like you're one of those people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, it's a difference, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Very much so. Yeah.
She's like, yeah, that's me.
No, because it's like, music for me, it's like, it's therapy. It's been there for me. Like, I've had times in my life where I was just upside down. And it was just, the only thing that got me through it was my music. Like, there were times where I was in pain. And the only thing that gave me a sense of hope and healing was my music. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. So music is love.
Yeah, it's
Music is
love.
Okay. So I mentioned that you sing, you write songs, you classically trained, you perform everywhere, but I want to go back to the beginning, right? So I
Okay.
want to know, when did Rebekah Laur'en, I don't know what they called you as a kid. I don't know, RL, Becky, I don't
It was
know.
Becky, actually.
Becky?
Yeah. They'd be like,
Boy,
Becky?
Jeopardy called me. I'm on fire. I want to know, so when did you fall in love with music? Like if you can remember the memory
Truthfully, I was born loving music.
Damn.
No, like for real. My mom even said when like, cause my mom's also like she does music and stuff too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she said when I was in the womb, my mom used to play an auto harp. She used, you know, the little auto harp, the little thing that you like. It looks like a little harp, literally.
Okay.
So my mom, she said she would sing and play, and she said, but it would be a lot when she was pregnant with me. So I just remember my earliest memory was that of seeing Michael Jackson actually on TV. And that was when I was like, that's what I want to do.
Want to be Mike?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like, but I was always singing and dancing, always. I've always been like that.
That's beautiful.
So, yeah.
Okay, keep that. I'm gonna keep that in mind for whenever I have you. I'm gonna just be playing some. Listen to this, true, baby.
Pretty much.
So you always been in love with
Yeah.
music, and I mean it's clear that it's what you wanted to do. You went to school for it. Now a lot of people go to school for music, right? They go to school, they'll major in music or theater or whatever. Like she went to choir college, y'all. I ain't never even heard of choir college until I started looking into you. And no disrespect to the choir colleges out there, but I had never heard Westminster
Choir College.
That's in Jersey, right?
Yep, Princeton, New Jersey.
Princeton,
Yeah.
New Jersey. So I got two questions.
What's up?
One, how you find out about choir college? Number one. Number two, is it anything like what I think it is? I see when I think about it, I'm thinking like Sister Act 2.
Like Sister Act 2?
Glee, bro. Yeah, like I feel
I was
like
about to say Glee.
yeah, people busting out this song in the lunchroom. Is it like that? Y'all was singing that.
We were singing all the time. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it kind of was. Like, it's a wild, unique place.
Mm-hmm.
I will be honest and say that. But the way I heard about the school was actually a friend of the family. She was an opera singer. And my first real concert, I went to go see Renee Fleming, who was an opera singer.
Okay.
And that was at Wolf Trap. And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do. Like, I fell in love with opera because the feel of it. Now, things changed for me later on, but the experience of that, she went to Westminster Choir College. She told me I should go. When I went there, it was a unique musical experience. I can't explain, but it's a spirituality there with their music. Wow. And I fell in love with the feel of it. But the thing was, you felt like you were part of something big when you were at that school. So, like, everyday life there was nonstop practice. They work your butt to the bone.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
you feel like you got to prove your spot. Like, I got to work for my spot, you know? It's kind of like drumline, but
And
music
did you,
school.
though? Like, if you didn't...
It was like, so I'm not gonna lie, the first 2 years I was on academic probation.
Really?
And music was natural to me. Like, I didn't know theory or anything until, like, going to the school. So the technical aspect of music, like music theory, all of that, I was failing terribly.
Wow.
And but I didn't give up. I just
That's
was
just like
I was
drumline.
Yeah,
Drumline couldn't even read.
he couldn't read
But
music.
he was cracking them in that.
Exactly. And that was
was you.
kind of like how it was with me when I was
Okay.
there. But, like, you know, like, these kids, they come in there, like, they had been doing music since, like, second grade.
Okay.
Like, playing Mozart and Bach and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, crazy stuff and knowing how to sight read. But I learned that, and I worked my butt off. And,
Beautiful.
like, I'm not going to lie, that made me the musician who I am because I learned things quick. It was a struggle at first, but I got that shit together.
Nice.
And, yeah. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's good. Well, congratulations.
Well, I appreciate it.
Glad you stuck it out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I didn't think I was going to make it. Was I? I ain't going to lie. It was a little rough.
It'd be like that, man.
Yeah.
So after college, right?
Mhm.
What happens after college? Are you automatically full-time artists? Are we doing?
Oh, man.
What take me there?
So the reality hits you, right? When you're in college, you like in a world that's kind of like separate from reality, right? And we all have these dreams. We all think we're going to go out and do these things like instantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always told, however, like, so I grew up in like the church, you know.
Likewise. Yeah.
And but I used to get prophecies a lot. You know how the prophets be in the church. They see something on you. They prophesy over your life. And I always knew what I was supposed to do in regard to that. But also at the same time, there was this thing where I was always told it's not going to be easy for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I'm at where I'm at, I know why it wasn't easy. But beyond that point, when I came out of school, I auditioned. You know, I was auditioning for operas, but it was always for Porgy and Bess. Now, Porgy and Bess is a black opera that's written by Gershwin, who is a Jewish composer.
Okay.
And it's all black people, and that was always the main thing for black opera singers, and that's the main thing you see a lot of black opera singers do. I didn't want to do that.
Right.
And aside from that, the songs I was learning and doing, they were always the same songs. And I'm like, these songs have been performed for centuries. You know what I'm saying?
Box yourself in, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't want to keep doing that. I wanted to be that composer. I wanted to make something new and fresh for other singers to want to sing. I wanted to be that. So my voice teacher, she was very supportive but straight to the point. She was like, yeah, you know, she showed me the layout of my career as an opera singer, and she said, but you don't want to do that shit. And she said, get the hell out of here and go do your thing. And she knew
shout
it.
out to her.
No, like Miss Catania, that's my homie right there. But I made a decision. I said, all right, I'm gonna go do it, and that shit was hard because you got all these structures and these ideas that now you're kind of starting over again, and it was difficult, but it was worth it. I will say that.
Yeah,
So,
all good things, you got to work for.
Yeah, you sure
right?
do. It don't come easy, but it's beautiful. Just keep going. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's a testimony right there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just making a decision. Because sometimes it's hard to step out on faith, man.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
You just looking over there like...
Yeah, it'd be like, that look a little steep. I don't know.
But you just got to take the risk,
Yeah.
or you will never know. It's like, at least if you try, you know.
Yeah.
You don't never got to be that person like, what if I did this or I should have did that? Like, you know what happened.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's not easy, but it's worth it. That's the main thing I always try to tell younger artists. I'm like, you don't know where you're going, so don't hold on to what you know now. Just be open to evolve and change.
Right.
And just do it. Just go after
And
it.
trust in the process.
Yeah, trust in the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you from Virginia.
Yes.
Woodbridge?
Yeah, Woodbridge.
That's where you was
That's
born
my
and
hometown.
raised?
Well, all right, so I was born in D.C., actually.
Okay.
I was
Where
born
hospital?
in Washington.
Hey.
Yeah, Washington.
They got us in safe.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Yeah, I was born in Washington, and I lived out in Bowie, Maryland for like about 3 years after I was born, and then my mom moved us to Woodbridge.
Okay.
But family and everybody was all through D.C. and Maryland, so like I tell people, I'm legit DMV. Like I really do rep all three.
You
so.
be everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. But coming up, so I guess when you were a little older, you were in Woodbridge, right? So
Well, when I got a little older, like we talking about like teenage years.
yeah, like high school.
Well, actually, it was funny because actually around teenage years, we moved down to Culpeper, Virginia, which is like the boonies.
That's not far. I ain't never.
It's like literally at the foot of the mountains. No, I'm serious. Like it's down about like Fredericksburg. It's about 30 minutes out from Fredericksburg.
Okay.
So it's a little ways
She a
out.
Virginia girl.
Yeah.
So is there a music scene for independent artists in Northern Virginia? I don't know about Culpeper.
No,
I'm
not
gonna ask about
Culpeper.
Culpeper,
That's the
but-
sticks.
But Woodbridge, is there a scene for independent artists still? Or do y'all feel like y'all have to come to
Well,
DC?
we gotta come to DC.
Okay.
Yeah,
No-
there's not really
no
a scene. It's interesting though, cause like there's so many artists in the area, but like
We
you
just
know,
did a spotlight with one. Eddie Lee from Woodbridge.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and what you call it? Who's our boy now that's out in big? Tommy.
Yeah.
He
$1 Million
he's-
Baby.
Yeah, $1 Million Baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's from actually Woodbridge as well. And we got what's the other guy? The country singer with Beyonce. He has the song out.
Who?
Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
There we go.
He from Virginia?
Yeah, he's from Virginia.
What?
Yeah, he's from Fairfax, actually, to be exact. Yeah, he's from Virginia. See what I'm saying? VA be repping, you know?
All right, y'all doing all right,
Yeah,
man.
we doing
Because they
it,
told
you
us
know?
not to go to Virginia when we was growing up.
No, they always tell y'all
They
that.
did say that because they said
Well,
you go to jail.
I was about to say, everybody's like, the cops be wilding out.
They
in
said
VA,
you
but-
cross that bridge, you going to jail. I didn't
Nah.
start going to Virginia until I got older. But I like y'all. Y'all all right with me?
Yeah, we chill. It's not that bad down in VA. I get more
That's cool.
problems with cops coming up around D.C. and Maryland.
Yeah,
man.
out here.
Yeah, it's
You
a
know
little
what I'm
different out here, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So you play instruments too,
Yes,
right? How
yes.
many instruments you play?
So I play two instruments, main in the sense of a good sense of playing,
Mm-hmm.
Piano and guitar.
Nice.
Yeah,
Which
but-
came first?
Guitar actually came first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I think I was like 7 or 8 years old, and this lady taught me like 2 chords, and then the rest I just taught myself.
Nice.
So yeah.
You got a preference, so like bass. Is it different? I mean, like, what guitar you play?
I play acoustic, electric and acoustic. So yeah.
I need some lessons.
You need some lessons.
Yeah.
I got you, homie.
Do you feel like being able to play instruments though gives you like a leg up as an artist?
Mastering an instrument aside from the voice, because the voice is also an instrument,
Yes.
but mastering an actual instrument, yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're learning this instrument, you're also learning arrangements, you're learning composition, and you're learning how to set your own music up. So in the sense of how you play your instrument is how you're also gonna, compose and produce your own music.
Okay.
So yeah.
Man.
It helps
So
with
y'all
writing.
need to learn how to pick up an instrument, y'all.
Yeah, you don't have to be like a Mozart or nothing. Like if you just learn like 5 main chords, like you be good.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. And I brought that up because so I saw a clip. Neo did an interview, and people can feel how they want about Neo in his personal life. 1 wife, 2 wife, 3 wife,
that's his personal
whatever he
life.
want to do. You know what I'm saying? The man is one of the greatest writers out here. Period.
Yes, he is.
And you know, he was saying that like the music industry used to be like this elite club. He was like, you know, everybody wasn't getting in.
No.
You had to know how to sing on key. You had to be able to play an instrument. You had to be able to dance. But now none of that is required. Like you don't even really have to have talent. Essentially, like the microphones got auto-tune.
Yeah.
Everything's computerized.
Yep.
So you know, but if somebody like you took the time to like really hone your craft. Like you went to school. You've been doing it your whole life. What are your thoughts on the music industry right now? You feel like it's watered down? You feel like the gatekeeping needs to come back?
Nah.
What do you think?
I don't think the gatekeeping needs to happen. I just think as a whole, the industry just needs to evolve. I do like the fact that the home studios allow more people to be creative, and it gives people a chance to express themselves. At the end of the day, music is an expression. It's not so much, you know, like, yeah, I'm a professional, but at the same time, I do like the expression that I'm seeing from humans because there are other people that relate to those messages. Like, it's not always about the sense of, you know, talent, so to say, but it's also more so what do you have to say?
Right.
And some people just like, you know, how can I say? Some people just like shit to bop. You know what I'm saying? Like
The vibe.
They like a
It's the
vibe.
vibe.
It's just a vibe, you know? But do I feel, however, that, you know, more talent needs to be prioritized in the industry? Yes. Like I feel that there are a lot of talented musicians who get overlooked, and it's like all of this quick. I call it fad music. Like it's in the day, then it's gone tomorrow. Yeah, it's like
Popcorn music.
Popcorn.
Microwave.
Exactly.
TV dinner.
and those artists, they up quick and then they gone quick.
That's true.
So it's
They get a quick payday, but you know, a lot of them say that their goal is not longevity. Like somebody like you thinking catalog. You know what I'm
we
saying?
thinking long
Like
term.
yeah, and they're thinking, nah, I just want to go viral real quick, get a hit,
that's
and
all
get
they
my
care
money
about.
and be gone.
Yeah.
So naturally, they're not going to put in that time to be talented or
That's
to grow
the
their
business
talent.
side, in my opinion. Like, there's some people that come in the industry who literally are business, you know what I'm saying? And then there are some who are real artists. But, like, I think now the time of being both needs to kind of happen, learning how to be a business but also an artist at the same time.
Yeah. What you think about, you know, AI and all of that? How is that going to, you know?
Yeah, no, AI is wild.
Wild.
If you use it correctly, I feel that it can assist with, you know, artists in their creating process. And I feel like it could even help to bring them to a place that even they're like, oh, shit, like, it helps them even open up their mind, especially with writing. And even, like, helps with producing. But, like, AI is just a beast of its own. It's a dangerous thing. It is dangerous.
Yeah, I saw iRobot, bro. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
I was
saying.
about to say that, you know. Before we
saw
know, it's going to be
Blackberry.
like robots up there twerking on stage and
Bro,
stuff. So.
I'm not going to that show. Unplug them. I don't
Talking
wanna
about
see that
unplug.
shit,
I
bro.
want to see that.
But yeah, that's the thing. So, are you signed?
So I am in a non-exclusive agreement with the label called Mars Alliance out in Germany, actually.
Oh,
So yeah, so I'm still independent, but I love working with them.
okay.
They're awesome. So yeah,
How did that opportunity present itself?
man, trust in the process, right? Aligning yourself with things. It was just timing. I stepped out in faith one day. I had released my album Late Summer Nights.
Okay.
Last summer. And I was like, man, I got this album. I want to get it out. But I wasn't so much focused on that. I was like, I need to get with a group of people who I know can help me. And so I just started sending it out. And I searched independent labels. And I like the music industry overseas because I'm also seeing what the music industry is doing here and what's happening with it. And so I just reached out. Before I knew it, they hit me back in like less than a week. And it turned into a thing. So I felt like that was just time and preparation. It just happened.
So when you say you reached out, was that like DM? Was that email? How
No,
did you
so
do
I
it?
went to their website and I just submitted to them. Like I just
Oh.
submitted my music. A lot of stuff like so 50 Cent talked about this in like his book. and he was like, have you ever read his book?
It's in my cart.
It's a really good book. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah.
50 Cent, he was like, stop going to the middleman. Like, go directly to the sources. Like, just reach out to people. Just call people. And I was surprised to see how true that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you just go directly to the sources, just contact people. Don't be scared to just reach out to people and contact them.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be surprised at really what happens and who reaches back out to you. And a lot of times, if they don't reach back to you, that's not for you. That's not your lane. That's just not your opportunity.
Or it's not the timing ain't right.
Yeah, and
right?
the timing sometimes not right. Just keep knocking on doors. Just keep going, keep growing, and just keep, perfecting the skill.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that is a big thing, timing. There were a lot of times I tried to knock on certain doors and it just wasn't my time.
Wasn't the right time.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay. She dropping them gems, y'all. Okay. So the first project I heard from you was Smoke and Mirrors EP, right? So Tequila and Orange Juice. And we be sipping that tonight, in honor. Tequila and Orange Juice. Let me get my cup. Yes. So, and I love that project. I love that song. So that was my introduction to you.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanna read this right here. So this is part of your monologue, I guess you would say, on the opener, right?
Yeah.
So it says, the world around you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you.
Mm.
Everything is a mirror. Do you see yourself in me as I see myself in you? Be mindful, a mirror can lie, because sometimes we lie to ourselves inside. That's off the title track, Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah.
Why did you choose that title, and how did that open this tie the whole project together, in your opinion?
So I went through a life-changing experience about 4 or 5 years ago, actually, about 5 years now, actually. And I'm actually now a practicing Buddhist.
Mm.
And at the time, I was in so much chaos in my life. And I knew it was a wake-up call. Like, my relationship I was in at that time had went to straight, like, hell. It was terrible. And the person who I was with, though, said something to me and said, all of this is a reflection of you. And I was like, what? But they were right, because I was choosing something that I was not aware of, because I wasn't aware of myself. So as I started to change and shift my mindset, my belief system, when I started to shift my perception of myself in my life, I started to realize our realities really are a reflection of us. Mm-hmm. Everything that we do and believe is because we believe it to be true.
Right.
So my world around me, like, for example, we went down to Florida like a couple of months back. Not recently, but a couple of months back. We went. It was like back in September, actually. So that was a while back. But it was back in September. It was somebody's birthday. We were down there for. And I think it was something like the election and stuff was happening.
Okay.
So, like, there was all these MAGA hat people, right? but Florida, Florida.
Yeah.
But I didn't see these people. Cause I was just happy to be there, I'm just happy to be.
Baby.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, baby. The sun was shining. I was feeling good. My skin was gleaming.
MAGA hats.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm feeling good, looking good, doing my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so the people I was with, they were like, "Did you see all the MAGA hats?" I said, "What?"
Oh shit.
And they were like, "You didn't see that?" I said, "No," because we were bumping into other people who were beautiful, and they was vibing with us. I'm vibing with them. I didn't see all the other stuff.
You create your reality.
You
man.
create your reality. So in that moment, I realized it's frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have going on inside of me, it's going to reflect in you and show up in you as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned also, like, a lot of times my feelings was hurt from people, and I was taking things personal, and I was seeing myself a certain way through certain people's eyes. Those were projections of their reality. And because I wasn't in tune with my own self, I therefore took on their reality.
Right. You took on, because you didn't have your own belief system.
Yep.
So you took on their belief system, and it became
Exactly.
your reality, became your truth.
Exactly.
Ain't that some shit?
It's some shit.
Hey, bro.
So really, it's all a magic trick. If you think about it, we're all magicians.
Facts.
It's just...
I tell my son every day, your words are magic.
They are.
That's what I tell him every day.
Words are so powerful.
Yeah. And I just had this epiphany, y'all. Like 2 days ago, I was in my head about something. I'm a Virgo. I'm an overthinker. I'm sorry. It's my nature.
Nah, I know. We love y'all, though.
I'm sorry. But I was just like, bro, like, forget what you think, bro. What do you know?
Exactly.
What do you know? Fucking around thinking about some shit gonna get you
Yeah,
messed
it
up
mess
every
you up,
time.
man.
What do you know?
Yes.
The mind play tricks on you, man. But
No,
that's
the mind
real.
will. Smoke and mirrors. That's what Smoke and Mirrors is about.
I like that. See, that's I like that symbolic shit. And so on that project, we talked about Tequila and Orange Juice.
Yeah.
But so that was 2022, right? So let's go back to 2019. So now the album is called Sober.
Mm-hmm.
Rebekah Laur'en Experience.
Yes.
Now, when I saw the title, I said, okay, it's probably going to be introspective. It's probably going to be, you know, personal. And when I listened to it, it felt like that. It felt very transparent. So I want to know, like, where were you at that time?
So
What made you create that?
So Sober, it's funny. There's actually 2 releases of Sober. So the first time I released Sober was, I think, back in like 2018, I believe it was, or maybe 16. I can't remember right now. But I had actually just like got out of college, and I was dating a person for like all of my college years, and this was like somebody I considered to be the love of my life at that time. And my whole life just shifted after college, and girl left and never came back. And so I was like hurt, you know, when you young, you know.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, like, you know, when you're young, you think the whole world crashes down when you get your heart broken. I was like, she left me, she ain't coming back. But that was a wake-up call for me. And I went through so much because aside from that, I was also friends with a lot of fake people. Like, my friends were not my friends at the time. I was like seeing stuff about them, that stuff I'm telling them that's personal. They going and telling other people about it.
Oh, wow.
And so it was like all these shifts, and you know, it was just like a lot of stuff going on. So one way or another, I went out to California. And my sister was living out there at the time. And
What part?
she was, I can't remember. She was military though. She's
Okay.
military, so I can't remember what part. Excuse me. And one way or another, you know, my mom was out there too, and they were talking to me, and my mom said, "You seem sober." She said, "You seem sober," and I was like writing already, like stuff for the album, and then that's when I realized that's what I'm gonna call the album, Sober. So I went through some like
A Rebekah Laur'en experience.
a Rebekah Laur'en experience. So I opened up some old journals and pulled out some inner feelings on that. That was deep.
Wow.
That was
so
very
it
personal.
was. So it felt like that, though.
Yeah, it was personal.
So it was really out the pages.
Yes.
Of the diary.
Yes.
Wow.
And the funny thing that a lot of people don't know about me with my writing, I don't technically sit down and write. I just go off the dome.
Okay.
So I literally am speaking from my heart in my music. And so yeah.
And you could tell.
Yeah. I just like to talk to people. You know?
It's conversational.
Yeah, it's conversational.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Troy Taylor said that when he talked about songwriting, and that's, you know, he kind of broke Trey Songz and all of that. So he was like, if you can't like say it in conversation, rewrite it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking about?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
You would never say that.
No, it's true.
So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you mentioned like how music is therapy and it's healing and everything. But I want to ask you, so I don't know if you remember, like, it was like this running joke with Mary J. Blige, right? Whenever she was happy, she didn't make the best music.
Yeah.
People like, Mary, get sad again.
Yeah, they be
Which
like,
is
"Somebody
selfish
break
as
her heart."
fuck, by the way, dog.
Yeah, that is messed
They
up.
were like, yo, Mary, go get sad and give us another banger. That's what they used to say. Do you think the best art comes from a place of pain? A place of pain?
I'll be honest. I feel like it does sometimes, and I think that is because we're kind of in this numb space. So we're not trying to alter. We're not really in a real state of awareness. So it's kind of like pain is a drug, I feel. It's like a weird numbing drug.
Oh,
And it's
gotta
like
go on
pain
that
is
one.
weird because I've written out of pain and I've listened back to those songs. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm happy I didn't put that out because that energy, I don't want that energy to go out. And it's like, it's funny because Prince actually, he did an album called the Black Album or something. And before, I think it was like a week before they put it out on the shelves, he said, no, we're not putting this out because it was energy that he said was dark and he didn't want to put that out there in the universe. But I feel like when we're in pain, we don't care because we're in pain. And most of the
Gotta get it
time,
up off you.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think out of that vulnerability, however, you do tend to make your best work because it's your most authentic self at the same time.
Right.
So it's interesting.
Tapping into, I think music that evokes any emotion is probably just it's more successful anyway. In a way, because all of us got a song that even if we want to get happy.
Oh,
if
yeah.
I'm already in pain, I don't be wanting to hear no painful shit all the time.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I want to
no.
hear like my go to when I'm sad or if I need that is God's Property. More Than I Can Bear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's gonna
a good
lift
one.
me right up out of it.
Yeah.
And you know, some people they want to hear like the sadder songs or the real songs, I guess you could call it, because they don't know how to express it themselves. So
Yeah.
it gives them the words. So, you know, music
100%.
is universal language. So you you dropped the single Fall. So Fall was January,
Yeah.
right? So let me pull this. Let me look at this now.
So let me pull this
That's
up.
so this particular song was the start of a new genre, right? So
Yeah.
is it called space pop?
Yeah, space pop.
Space pop
Yeah.
with a 4 for the A. Tell me what space pop is, and who's helping you like introduce this new sound? This is a subgenre you're creating.
So, well, Mars Alliance, the label, this is actually their genre, and what
Okay.
they're doing is they have found artists that complement this sound. Now, I already was on this verge of retro, so space pop, it is the essence of bringing about something new, but it's really actually a nostalgic type of vibe, but we're bringing it into a futuristic vibe. So, like for instance, my song Black Ferrari. Black Ferrari, a lot of people say it makes them feel Prince, right?
Okay.
So it's that sense of we're giving you new, but we're taking you back to when music was music, right? So Fall is actually produced by Ace, who is the producer on the label. He's also an A&R on the label, who actually is my A&R. And he produced that, and in the essence of things, my sound mixed with their sound, it's just a really good feel. So
Space
yeah,
pop.
we bringing something new. It's definitely something new.
Okay.
So yeah.
I like that. Forging your own path.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the follow-up single, Groove With You, that came out February.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all with the back-to-back, you hear me? Is that also considered space pop?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Those under the same genre. Okay. So you write your own, you write everything.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Nope.
has touched and got it. All right. Do you ever experience writer's block?
Oh yeah.
What do you do? How do you get out of it?
So for me, whenever I have spiritual, I'm sorry,
Why she laugh?
Cause that's on her face.
What baby face saying, man?
She was like, no. So I do experience writer's block. And for me, whenever I get writer's block, it's actually spiritual. It usually means I need to slow my butt down and like stop trying to force.
That's some facts.
You know what I'm saying?
That's some facts. Come here.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Come
Like
on,
the
come
universe
on,
is
man.
usually like you need to slow down.
Sit down.
You trying to force something, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
work something out. And that's the thing with us being artists, we're constant vessels of evolution. So we're always healing, we're always evolving, we're always moving about, right? And there's usually something in us that has to be moved out first before we can really create whatever the universe is wanting to like
Yeah, man.
bring out in
oh
us.
My goodness.
So whenever I get writer's block, like right now, my laptop is in the shop, right? And I already knew. I was like, okay, because I was trying to force creativity this past week. And I was like getting frustrated. I was like, man, what? It was flowing like I was feeling like DMX. It was flowing not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was getting mad. I was like, So
I'm done.
all of a sudden, like, no, but for real, so
now the
like,
laptop in the shop.
it's in the shop.
Said, sit down.
Yeah, the universe is
Now
situated down, right, bro? So I'm serious. I sat down and like all this stuff been moving out of me spiritually, and I was like, oh, like old stuff that I didn't realize was still activated. Like you gotta be a pure vessel
Yeah.
to move in creativity, because creativity is that of God, and God is in us. And there's a lot of things with that. So constantly creating and your intention of creating, it's like you're intentional with it. That means that you are accountable for whatever you create. So it'll put you on pause. So whenever I get writer's block, it's always spiritual for me.
Yeah. So you just be like, all right, let me just.
Yeah, I
chill.
sit down, I meditate. I meditate, I rest, or I start working on other stuff. And then all of a sudden, whenever
It'll just come, right?
yeah, it just comes
It'll
out
be
of
like,
nowhere.
boop, 5 minutes.
It'd be like 2:00 in the morning. My body be like, bitch, just get up.
Yeah.
Time to work. Yeah.
I be talking about that, man.
Yeah.
I be talking about that. All right, so I'm about to introduce something new with you.
What's up?
All
What's
right,
up? Talk
so
to me.
you an artist, okay? You got a lot of music, and so sometimes we have guests here or just out and about. It's so much music. Even Lil Wayne, people forget their songs. They forget their songs. All right, so this is called "I Know My Lyrics." All right,
Girl, I got
so
a lot of music.
I'm gonna say a line
Okay.
of the song.
All right.
You gotta tell me the song, but you gotta sing the next 2 lines.
Okay, I can do that. Let's see.
You do that. Okay, we gonna see.
All right.
All right, first one. So much noise in this room between me and you.
So much noise in this room between me and you. Oh, damn.
Got her already.
Damn! Wait.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah, let me hear that shit.
I ain't gonna let you hear. I'm gonna tell you the
Well,
title. You
tell
wanna
me
know
the
the
title, tell
title?
me the
Talk
title.
to me.
Oh, yeah. So much noise in this room between me and you.
Yeah. Let me in. See,
Yeah.
you ain't. I got you already.
Yeah, you did.
I
Actually.
told you. All
I
right, you
forgot
ready for
about
the
that
next
track.
one?
Let me hear the next
You
one.
ready now,
Yeah,
right?
I'm ready
Lock
now.
in.
Let's do this.
Let's log in. Talk to me. That was talk to me.
Uh-huh.
I know you're tired of the same things.
Oh, I know that one.
I know you're tired of feeling the same way.
No, you tired of the same thing. No, you tired of the same thing. Wait. I know it. It's a slow jam. It's off of Sober. Damn. Regardless.
Yes.
Regardless.
Yes.
Will you perceive it? Yeah.
Yeah, I love that song too. That's
Yeah.
like fire, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, so final one.
All right, talk to me.
You all right? You got to get this one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I got faith in you. My heart's got a rhythm. That's all I'm giving you.
Oh, groove with you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You
That's
gotta
the-
sing the
that's
next
the
two
newest
lines. You
joint.
gotta sing the next two lines. Come on.
Wait, what was it again?
My heart's got a rhythm.
My heart's got a rhythm, and you're the music to it, and
Yeah.
it dances to your tempo. I'm in tune with you.
Yes, sir.
Baby. Yeah.
Hey, Rebekah Laur'en. Rebekah Laur'en. She knows
Yeah.
her lyrics. Thank you very much,
Thank
man.
you.
You make me proud. All right. So, what's your favorite song of yours?
Of mine?
Does it change, or do you got one that's just like, yeah,
No,
that's
they
that?
changed, man. Hell, it's actually quite a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I love my music.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
I do. I love my music.
I hope you do.
But actually, there's one that's my favorite, and I can't say it right now because it's not out
It
yet.
ain't out yet. All right, y'all.
But
We gonna wait. We gonna wait.
May 16th, though, it'll be out.
All
you
right,
know.
respect. So that's the next drop.
Yeah, that's the next drop.
All right.
I
I
might
didn't know
play
what
it
you
for you
had
later.
January and February. I said, okay, well we're gonna.
Yeah, no,
March
I got
is
you,
still
man.
here.
No, I got you in May.
Okay.
I got you the whole summer. Don't worry about that.
All right, okay. Well, I like that. Yeah. So your tone, right? So
Mm-hmm.
it's been compared now to Layla Hathaway,
Yeah.
Anita Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so have they influenced your music in any way? Do you have any influences?
Yeah, I have influences. Truthfully, a lot of my influences are like Michael Jackson, Fitzgerald, jazz singer. I'm a little tipsy. Hold on, let me answer that one again.
They don't know.
Damn. Wait, what's Fitzgerald's first name, girl? I'm tipsy as shit.
I keep that in there. And she asked her. She asked the audience.
Wait. Ella, thank you. See, you guys, girl, I'm tipsy. Yeah, girl.
You had to look
Might have
phone
to
a
drive
friend.
back. Nah, phone a friend. No. Ella Fitzgerald,
Got it.
Michael Jackson,
Michael Jackson.
Quincy Jones is a major
I was
influence.
going to ask about Quincy.
I love
'cause
Quincy.
You a composer, right?
Yes, Quincy.
One
But
of
also Isaac Hayes is a major influence. Man, have you ever listened to just his instrumentals that he composed? The man was a composer. I say is because the energy is so strong in the music. Just look up Isaac Hayes stuff. Like the strings was his thing, man.
Okay.
Donny Hathaway is a major influence as well. But like, yeah,
The greats.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did study the greats. I'm not gonna lie. Whitney Houston, Whitney Houston.
And you know Isaac Hayes. I want to say not junior. Is it the third? You know.
Oh,
they got
yeah,
a
I know
couple-
you're talking
He just
about.
put
Yeah,
out something saying that they just got the publishing
Yeah, they did.
back because after 35 years you get your publishing back. and all
Yeah,
that
he's
stuff,
doing a
yeah.
lot though. He has what is it? Fans only? I think no, not fans only. What's it called? Fan
Fans
base. I don't got no fans only. I tell you that
Y'all
right now.
can't see what's happening back here, but he
like,
he
did
got
I-
fan base.
Did I
It
tell
ain't
on
fans
myself?
only.
That's funny.
It ain't that.
No,
Isaac, we
yeah,
respect you.
But fan base is what his I think it's his nephew.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I've heard of fan base too.
Yeah,
So,
fan, but he owns that, so that's pretty. It's
Beautiful.
pretty dope.
okay. So collabs.
Yes.
You done some collabs. So 17th was one of them. I actually like him. I found him because of
Yeah, I
you.
love 17,
Yeah,
man.
he's pretty good,
Yeah,
man.
he's a good dude.
Buddha, is it Buddha the baby?
Yeah, Buddha baby.
JR the artist.
Yeah.
So do you want to continue to do collabs?
Yeah, 100%. Working with other artists is amazing because it's like they have their universe, you have your universe, and it brings something amazing together. I definitely truthfully, I'm in the season of collabs now, but I'm collaborating more so with producers actually at the moment. But I'm now I'm ready to collab with artists. you know?
What kind of artists? Are you open to all artists?
Oh, I'm open to all artists. I'm
Okay.
trying to work with you.
Well,
You
let's
know,
do it, man.
so
You
let's
ain't
do
gotta
it,
say
man.
nothing but words.
We talking about trying.
That's
Let's just do it.
talking about practice. You know what I'm saying?
For
Okay.
real. I'm open to all artists of all genres. Cause I write all genres. I write country. I just ain't releasing.
I was gonna say I can see you mixing with
Yeah.
pretty much any lane really.
Yeah, no, that was always my goal.
Mm-hmm.
My whole thing is I was like, I want to be a musician, like just an artist of all genres. I want to be genreless, and I think that's what I appreciate about Beyonce at the moment. Is she kind of broke the mold in a sense of, you know, how we stay in certain spaces. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't a huge fan of Cowboy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
However,
Beehive don't kill her.
Yeah.
Or me. All right?
no, I love
It's
Beyonce
real,
though.
yeah.
And a lot of people say they weren't
It's
a
your
fan of that.
opinion, you know.
You know, that's my
Yeah.
opinion. But however, I was a fan of the movement.
Mhm.
I felt that was happening with that. Like she's doing something
That she wants to do.
Yes, and it's making it easier for artists like myself who don't want to be just stuck to one genre.
Right.
Sometimes I don't
right.
feel like R&B. Sometimes I feel like rock. Sometimes I feel
Right.
like pop. Sometimes I feel like country. It's a mood thing. So I appreciate what Beyonce's doing, and I applaud her for that. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you build like a loyal fan base, they'll follow you.
Oh yeah,
you
100%.
know, like what she's done is just
Yeah.
yeah. She's created a whole like ecosystem.
She has. It's a whole, like I study Beyonce. Like I tell people all the time.
I've met super fans. Like I've met people that's in the like I've sat across from them at dinner.
Yeah, man.
It's intense.
It's intense.
It's intense.
And I'm not gonna lie though. Like,
I was gonna move all the silverware off the table. I'm just playing. I love y'all.
Stop.
My name is Babyface DC. I'm just playing.
Why you do
if
that?
they come after.
No, but I mean, Beyonce somebody I would love to work with too. I'm not gonna
facts.
lie. I would
Put it
love
out
to work with
there.
her. No, I already put it out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
put it out
Beyonce,
there.
call me, girl. You know, call me. Yeah.
Hey, she funny as hell, man.
I'm serious.
Look, so let me get it. So you perform everywhere.
Yeah.
You I mean, shit, you went to choir college. I'm sure y'all was on stage.
Oh,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man.
So 2024, you sang the national anthem at Audi Field.
Yeah.
That's lit.
Yeah.
And then headlined your own show at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, what the fuck are we talking about right now? Like,
Man,
that's lit.
yeah, I'm grateful.
How did these opportunities? Because you know, like artists watching, they want to know how to get out here and get these opportunities.
Let me tell you how to get these opportunities for real.
Yes.
Let me talk to you.
To them.
So
And me too.
it's your network. Your network is truly your net worth. And when you come in contact with artists who are really about the art and they are secure in themselves as an artist, that's very important. Getting around other artists who are just as secure in themselves as you are, they help you. And y'all end up helping each other. It's all about helping each other. And I got those by the artists I was networking with. And that's the
Nice.
honest truth. Like, I'm going to shout her out. B. Steadwell. Like, she
hosted or the live
yeah,
Kennedy Center.
yeah. And she brought me into that. And I'm very thankful for that because truthfully, like, she really, like, she handed me something. And she you don't have many people, you know that. You don't have a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
there are a lot of people out there like that. So it's your network. It's all the people you connect with. Like,
Fire.
collaborate, work with other artists, you know, do shows together. You'd be surprised what it turns into. So,
Yeah, it's free to show love, man.
Yeah, it don't
don't
hurt.
cost shit.
Repost.
Reposting.
Share, like,
comment, subscribe.
Yes,
And
show
follow.
love.
God damn, man. It's just so hard. You know, I don't know.
People's egos is the problem.
Yeah. Just because, you know, you acknowledge somebody else's light
Yeah.
does not dim your own.
It doesn't
and that's
dim you.
just what we gotta get
Yeah.
out of, man.
If anything, make you shine brighter, in my opinion.
That's a fact. You know, we joined forces. So what was that like, man? Like the Kennedy Center. I watched
Man.
that whole performance, by the
Oh,
way.
for
You
real?
killed it. Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Everybody was good. The band was good.
Yeah.
Like you were phenomenal. Like what was that experience like?
That experience, I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of surreal in a lot of ways, because like, you know, we all grew up in this area. When you grew up in this area, like you see the Kennedy Center. That's where
Right.
you aim to be. So to finally actually be there, but with my own show,
Your own show.
it was wild.
It was you only.
It was wild, and the band was amazing. I love the individuals in that band. Everybody had their own energy, but to see their excitement, I think for me the biggest thing was to see how my getting that opportunity was also giving others an opportunity, and that's what I loved the most was the
Yeah.
fact that, you know, it was just so much love and community on that stage, and also just in the building. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it. I'm still speechless to this day. And
Beautiful.
I'm very grateful for that experience.
Yep, and then you can check it out, y'all. If y'all go to Kennedy Center's website,
Yeah,
it's
still
there. Like
Yeah.
it's not for fake or for play. It's on their site. Like she did that. So yeah, congratulations to you, man.
I
'Cause,
appreciate that.
Like I
Thank
feel
you.
like you're you are letting artists know from this area, especially like you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You can do it. Audi Field, that's right down the street.
It is.
That's not far.
It's not.
Kennedy Center, y'all drive past it every day.
Exactly.
You could be there.
Yeah.
Network. Check the
Network. And again, call, get the booking manager, the booking agents. Figure out who to get booked by. Like, it's literally just a simple call a lot of times, and just get the information yourself. You know.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Don't be scared.
I love that. So with all that being said, right? Do you feel successful as an artist?
It's funny because to me, I am not yet.
What's going to be the defining factor?
The defining factor. So I am aiming for that of international, international. How can I say this? I guess to say international influence. So I can really help other people though. Mm-hmm. My thing is I want to get myself in a position where I can help bring other people in and really start to shift and change the industry around. But it's really just to change the vibration around internationally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a global concept.
You already working with
an
international label, so I feel like you halfway there.
I am.
Yeah.
And I am learning to, celebrate my small wins.
Important.
And sometimes I have this thing, I work a lot, and I have this thing where I keep my head down, and you know how we do that, Jane. We keep our head down, we don't realize all that we're doing or all that we've done. And I'm learning to just be grateful at this moment of because it wasn't always like this.
Right.
I was in the mud for a long time. And I'm not gonna lie, I was in the mud for a long time, but things are starting to finally blossom and bloom, and I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I have. And it's to the point where now I'm actually able to give other people opportunities.
Yeah.
So, but the goal is global. That
Beautiful.
is the goal. So,
That's
yeah.
beautiful. You planted the seeds, man. You needed that mud. You needed that water.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you would get right here. So what would you say is the hardest lesson you've had to learn as an artist? You know, and if you could talk to yourself back then, what would you say? Knowing what you know now.
Knowing what I know now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for you. What is for you is for you. Like, don't hold on to stuff. You know, like, don't take things personal. Trust the process.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like myself now, like, I laugh because I remember I felt so lost, like, so long ago. And I didn't think I was going to get to certain places. And I laugh because I see how much I see for myself even further ahead. But I'm like, I remember when I used to wish to be right here.
Yeah. People forget that.
People forget, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, just keep going. Don't give up. Just keep going.
Just keep going.
So, but the biggest thing is just what's for you is for you.
All right.
That's the biggest thing.
I
So
love that.
Trust
I
the
like
process.
that. All right, so we wrapping up the interview now, and I like to ask every guest this question as we close out, right?
All right.
So tell us something about you that not a lot of people know, and we will probably never guess.
Ooh, man. Ain't nothing about me that nobody know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't really have nothing, you know.
You ain't got nothing.
I ain't got nothing. No, I'm playing. We all got something.
Yeah, we do. It's just what you want to share.
Let's see. I mean, I got 2 cats.
Oh, you a cat lady?
Yeah, I'm a cat.
Why
I
you
love
laugh like
dogs
that?
too, cuz. She's
Nah,
like,
you don't love them. You got 2 cats. I'm just playing.
I do. I got 2 cats. You know, I love cats.
Okay.
Yeah, I love cats. I love nature. I love, working in the yard. Little garden person.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Everything else, shit, you put your diary in the album.
Yeah,
so,
I'll be honest. I'm very open. Just listen to my music. You want to know more about me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Facts. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So, let the people know where they can follow you and
Right.
anything new you got coming up. I know you mentioned the track. So.
Yeah. So how y'all doing? So you can follow me on Instagram. I'm very active on Instagram. At r.l_musik. r.l_music, MUSIK. And that's actually my name across all like social media platforms like TikTok and all other social media platforms. And what I got coming up, May 16th, again, I got a single coming out. That single is called Elevate. I got stuff coming out this summer. And yeah, man, just keep watching. And I ain't gonna tell everything. You know what I'm saying? But just keep watching. Just keep watching.
And check out the old stuff too, man.
Yeah. I
Check out
appreciate
and I don't even want to say it's old, you know what I'm saying? The season stuff.
the season stuff.
The
There we go.
wise stuff is wisdom.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but thank you again for coming, man. I feel like this was dope. I
Oh, I
learned a
appreciate
lot. I feel inspired after talking to you. I feel lighter.
Yeah, I
you know what I
appreciate
mean?
that.
You know, reflection.
Yeah, vice versa. I'm about to say.
Reflection.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And I can't wait to work with you.
I can't wait to work with you,
Yeah,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember she said that.
Yep.
And Beehive, I remember when I said, don't kill her.
No, yeah,
yeah.
I love Beyonce. There ain't no beef.
It ain't no beef.
It ain't nothing. I love her.
You gotta clear that up. There's soundbite real quick. But anyway, y'all.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, man. You know, this was love. This was beautiful. Y'all know how we do. We'll be back with another one soon. Love.
Peace.